Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be a collective message. This collective message is going to be also in honor of the full moon. By the way, I will be finishing up with all of our zodiacs. We did, I think, 5 yesterday. So, the full moon messages for Virgo, Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, and Libra are all already done, and I'll be doing all the rest of them between today and this evening. So if you're looking for your full moon message, those will be up throughout the day and evening, okay? And I'll do Cancer over on Tarot Dog as well today. So with that in mind, though, let's take a look at the collective energy. But remember, we got the power of a super moon right now, so that could amplify everything. But we'll just keep this as broad as possible. Moons are great for releasing things, bringing things up from the subconscious. This particular full moon, of course, has many names, but one of them is the deer redding moon. And so I've been more inspired by that particular name and how this full moon might be impacting things like relationships. But we'll keep that in the back of our minds as we begin. We do have a Knight of Cups. It is in the reverse. We have the Sun upright, the Knight of Pentacles upright, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Before I say anything, I'm going to pause and get a few more cards here because this is looking like somebody is realizing that they've been lying to themselves, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, okay, I'm going to stick with that because now we have the card of spying with that Page of Swords. We have the Death card. We have the Six of Wands. Okay. We have a knight who said, oh, I don't love this person. I'm totally leaving, moving on. It's something in my past. I'm not even looking back over my shoulder. Me? Oh gosh, no. I'm leaving. It's done. It's over. And wow, I'm so happy. I'm going to go hang out with friends. I'm going to go sing my happy song. I probably listen to a whole bunch of music about how great life is being single and whatever, on the road, doing the stuff that I want to do. Shifting into strong Leo from water to fire energy. Yeah, it's great. Any day now, I'll actually believe the words I'm saying, except for some reason I'm not able to shake it off after all. In fact, now I find myself spying, looking back at someone, looking back at what might have been, looking back at how it could have been different, looking back and maybe even seeing that person that I walked away from and seeing them very successful, seeing them in front of a lot of eyes, seeing them in a whole new way because they're freaking amazing. How come I didn't notice that? How come I thought I was happy walking away, shutting my heart down, saying, yeah, I don't even love them? Then how come I can't let this go? How come it stings now? How come when I look back, because I can't help myself, I got to spy, I see them in a whole different way. I see them the way everybody else sees them, which is this person's stellar. Okay, so, oh boy. I'm going to go ahead and say for this story, we're going to refer to him only because we see exclusively masculines until we get to that Death card. By the way, Scorpio. So this could be a masculine, possibly Leo, just because that's the only major arcana on his side. But admittedly, we have him as water, we have him as air, we have him as earth. But he may be looking at a feminine Scorpio that he thought he was just over. And that's not the way this is after all. It's not something he can let go of. Yeah, it's so crazy because I literally just recently heard that song again, Nelly and Tim McGraw, because it's all in my head. I keep thinking of you with him, and it hurts so bad over and over again. Okay, she's shifting in his mind to a full-blown Queen of Wands, and he may be trying to say, yeah, okay, so she's always going to be this, it's just she's so attractive, and she's always going to be the person that I'm really drawn to. I won't be able to help it. Like, attractive. Of course, I have good taste and beautiful, men and women, whatever. She's lovely, and that's why I'll always be, kind of like, I can't help it. She lights me up a little bit, but she's not what I want. No way. Star card in the reverse. She's certainly not what I want. I can't help that I'm spying on her. I said I didn't love her. I said I was over this. I was so happy that I walked away from her. And then slowly over time, instead I hurt more. And then I start spying. And then I see, God, she's amazing. How come I didn't see her this way before? She's absolutely stellar. It's like they have new respect for her. I don't know if she's had a glow up in her life. She may be like doing really well in some area of her life, well liked. She could have a lot of support from friends. She could have a business that's glowing up. She could be more in the public eye, and she looks better than ever. But they still keep saying, but she's not what I want. She's just amazing. But, she's not my wish come true. Wow, this person is working hard to lie to themselves, is what I would say. But maybe not. Why? Let's ask this better question, perhaps. Why do you keep saying, she's not what I want? I don't love her. I just hurt. And she's just spectacularly beautiful. 7 of Cups and the Star in the reverse again. Why? They don't have an answer for this. I don't know. It's just she's not my wish. Okay, can we take a closer look at that 7 of Cups? The card of confusion. 2 cards sideways. 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands. I don't know that I would ever want to be married. Married to her, or you don't know that you would ever want to be married, period. Sideways card again. King of Cups sideways. I don't know. I don't know. All of this comes across, and even here, this King of Cups has got this crazy, like, I don't know, sci-fi kind of scuba futuristic suit on, and he's hanging out under the water here. This is somebody who does not want to have to get their emotions involved, which if we go back, that was the first card. I'm not going to give any of my cup. I'm leaving, and I'm fine with that. Even if this card had been upright, he still would have been reluctant to actually give his heart. It's like this is somebody who leaves as soon as they feel a little like twinge in their heart that goes, oh, I think I'm really starting to care. Let's leave. Let's go. He doesn't know if he would ever want to be married. How interesting to say that, oh, I don't want her. She's not my wish. And I say, okay, you're confused about why she's not your wish. What does that mean? And it says, well, I don't know if I would ever want to be married to her. And then I ask again, what, to her or to anyone? And the answer is, I don't know. Emotions are something I keep hidden and tightly reined. So basically, you know that she's the person who I think kind of already got into your emotions, which is probably why you hurt. Like big pain over this. Over time, you never forgot her. Over time, it got more painful. Over time, without her, you have to come back and start spying on her, but you still keep saying, yeah, but she's not what I want. She's just amazing. She's the most beautiful person I've ever seen. She's incredibly successful. Everybody around her can see that. I can see that. But she's not my wish, because I don't know that I would ever be married, because I don't know that I can do love. Okay. That's a real tough place for you to be. If this is what a full moon is bringing up for them? High Priestess in the reverse. Well, they're about to have another real rude awakening. What is it? Because High Priestess in the reverse is where something very hidden is completely illuminated. Okay, the Devil, the Six of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. I think that the big thing that they are now aware of is it's them. In this story, it's very one-sided, but this is their story. It started out with their story. I've asked a few questions, but this whole thing is from their perspective, right? The person who walked away from this Queen of Wands, this person who they actually adore. By the way, she could also be an Aquarius. But what's being really illuminated to them during this full moon is I'm the one who has the issue. I'm the one who hides behind my fear. I'm the one that doesn't want to give my emotions. I'm the one who has a toxicity. I'm the one. This isn't anything to do with her. It's not that she's not my wish. It's that this blocks me. I'm the one who has the problem here. And with that Six of Swords and that Knight of Pentacles, this is normally moving into calmer water. This might actually be a relief for him to finally identify this. Like, I'm the one I'm the one who blew this. Hang on. Have you been spying on her more recently? Has this ramped up? Have you been like, yeah, 8 of Wands. Oh my God. Like maybe 10 times a day, 8 times a day. She's their bullseye all the time. It's like he hangs on whether or not she, whatever, has, posted something, has, however he spies on her, or however his mind thinks to her. This could just be that he rereads old messages, looks at old pictures of her that he may have, but it's a bunch. And all of his thoughts keep running back, bullseyeing back to her. Here's a song, reminds him of her. Sees something. God, she'd love that. It's like there's a lot of different ways to like spy. In this case, one of those spying ways might simply be that his thoughts keep connecting back to her. Everything keeps hitting the mark, like in his heart, in his memory bank. He meets somebody, it happens to be part of her name. Everywhere he goes, he sees something that reminds him of her. Now, obviously, it's because he's already got her on his mind, right? But it's all hitting again and again and again. This is really tough. I don't know what the thing is with like neon signs, lights, arrows. I don't know if this is weird and specific, but I'll say it anyway. Maybe if in the past, if he like drove to her house or went to meet her somewhere, maybe there was some like archery range or, shooting range or something that was like a business that was nearby. And that logo is something he sees a lot, or he sees bullseye. Maybe they played darts or something. Or with the neon sign, there's something about arrows. Like everything is pointing the way to her. But I wonder, because I'm seeing a road sign that has like a major like off ramp, some arrow that's like this way, one way only kind of thing. And that was associated with going to see her or on the drive between, her house or wherever he used to meet her, something like that. I'm seeing like a big green and white road sign with a big arrow, or a white, black, and red, something like that. Some big, huge, like road sign of go this way. And I feel like that has something to do, like visually, even though, those road signs are everywhere, he keeps seeing them everywhere, and it just keeps taking him back to the thoughts of her. So again, everything, he's saturated in thoughts of her right now. So however he's spying, if he waits like breath baited, all the time, waiting for her to whatever, post something on social media, or if he's finding himself looking at her picture again and again, or he's seeing all these things that remind him of her again and again and again. That's happening way more frequently, like at least 8 times a day. Everything, thoughts go to her. And it's probably because we're having that high priestess in the reverse. This is the subconscious. This is the power of this supermoon. This is cracking open the thing that he has, kept submerged, like literally, we'll say submerged here for quite a while, is finally coming to the surface. There he is, really stressed out about this, realizing I'm the one who didn't want to be with her, not because I didn't want to be with her, but I thought it'd be better if I stayed away from her because she made me feel the feels that made me feel bumpy and choppy on the inside, and I have to be calm. So I had to stay away from her because she was making my heart flutter. She was making me feel things. She disrupted him. She made him feel too much. He needs total control of his emotions, and he can't when he starts to feel the feelings of love for her. That was not something he could control. King of Pentacles. Okay, so he's starting to own this. This supermoon for him is hugely powerful. This is him. Let me just ask, where are you when you get this message? Are you at home? Because I feel like this is a major breakthrough for him. 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords in the reverse. It's definitely a moment of real truth. I don't know if he's in a, like a room or something, or someplace where there's not terrific lighting. Maybe he's trying to rest. Maybe he's taking a nap. Maybe this is in the wee hours of the morning. It does, with the castle here, it looks like he's at home, or This says he's like indoors somewhere. Maybe he's watching a movie or something at a movie theater, or that could be the backlight of a screen. I mean, maybe he's in church. For some reason, it doesn't resonate that way to me at all, though. Seven of Wands. Let's say it's his church, whatever that means, right? We all have a different way. You don't have to be inside of any building or, holding your hands in a prayer position or anything like that to be in your version of like your church. At least for my perspective. My perspective is anywhere that we are in this world where we feel connected to whatever that thing is that gave us life, the divine spark, whatever that is, however we perceive it, however we talk about it. I think we can feel very connected, and that could be our church. I don't think it's a place. I think it's a state of mind. Myself, that's just my opinion. But it does say, again, we see him. There's always like dim lighting around him. There's something where it is just him and his own thoughts where he's having this breakthrough. Maybe this is around sunrise or around twilight. Maybe he's a super early riser and this is during sunrise today. So it may have already happened where he's had this breakthrough. It could be as he's about to leave his house and is still that dim, not quite like, it kind of feels like the rest of the world is still asleep and he's the only one. Maybe he's stepping outside and it's this moment where it's just like, what the truth of this is, the real truth is that I thought I had to stay away from her because she made me feel things. And that was upsetting. He's getting real grounded all of a sudden. Okay, that's a huge message for him. So I feel like this happened at dawn, early morning. He walks out of his house. We got a 9 of Cups sideways. This is bittersweet. It's like, I'm happy to understand this. And I'm also not happy to understand this. I'm in a place where, I don't know, it's like the sunrise shows him that. There's something about things being unblocked. There's something about something very simple. And maybe that's why it's like the sunrise is symbolic with him understanding this. Ace of Wands in the reverse. This is not what he wanted. He didn't want to fall for somebody. He didn't want to acknowledge that he actually loves her, because now what do? Now it's like, I stayed away from her, not because she isn't amazing, not because she isn't wonderful, but because what I didn't want was to have somebody that could make me feel things. We got the 3 of Cups, a nightclub. I hate to say this, but his mind might shift to maybe I can just go out with a bunch of other people, keep my life loud and busy, and I won't have to think about her. He already knows that ain't going to happen. That 9 of Swords. Oh boy, now nothing else will do. It's her or nothing. We're going to have to take this to a part 2. There will be a free link right there in the description box. Thank you guys for giving this a thumbs up and subscribing. I'll see you in part 2. Bye for right now.